everybody, a pleasure and a privilege as always to be at Anfield, where we are hoping for another miracle like Istanbul. Shaqiri in his own half rolls it square towards Matip. Mitchell van. John there up to Mane, mistake, Mane into the area, great skill, Henderson's in the box, Henderson,
City celebrating. The party really is just getting started. They've had to wait a very long time.
Oh yeah! Welcome to Manchester United, Anthony Martial!
Okay, so here's the first episode of our podcast. My name's Ethan.
Hi, my name's George Bennett. I'm 21 from Wolverhampton and I support Liverpool.
Hello, I'm Alex King. I'm from Wolverhampton, 21, and I'm a Man United fan.
I'm 21 as well, and I support Man United.
Come on, move on.
Well, I think it's really good to start off how we all know each other to start off with. So
Basically, I've known George about 10, 12 years from, we used to do martial arts. I've known Ethan from year 7 when I was at middle school. But then I've obviously known him throughout the school years. It's been a good 10 years now, hasn't it?
yeah, no, it's been.
Yeah, it's about 10 years.
I say 8, Kingy.
That's like 8 to 10 years.
Yeah.
When did you first meet each other when you
Brood? Yeah,
what
year
year?
7.
Year 7.
So it's been about nearly 10 years.
So I met you, didn't I? Like
Well,
first year of the high school, wasn't it?
yeah, and well,
Year 9.
the rivalry started from then, didn't it?
Because I remember was it there's someone
art.
Yeah, it was an art, and I think I was boasting that we won the League Cup.
Yeah,
that
that's
one.
now. Okay, so
let's get into the podcast.
So like the podcast itself is going to be called Benched. Well, shout out to my sister. My sister actually did think of the name for the podcast, and I thought it was great because of our history, how it was in a football team together, and most of us was on the bench most of the time. So we thought.
I don't know about you, but I was the super sub of my team.
Yeah, one goal, okay.
Well, it's a great goal.
Yeah, okay. We'll talk about it for the future podcast episode.
Side foot. Okay, I'm just ruining it. Go on.
So yeah, what's first thing you want to talk about? Want to talk about the season so far? We are a bit late in the season, obviously.
Well, I think
it was halfway through, more or less. Well, just after halfway, isn't it? Because we're in January, so yeah. I mean, for me, it's been absolute.
Well, I think we should go for team by team personally, because I think I could, if Liverpool discussed that. Obviously, I think after last season, it was obviously been so close to winning the title. It was pretty much a near perfect season as well. Only losing one game. So I know they drew a few, which ultimately cost them. But
drew against us.
Less. Yeah, I remember when that game.
But
Everton and
us.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah,
but I think
when you just sat back.
Ultimately, I think this season, they've obviously been really. I think the only thing maybe you could say is, I know they qualified for the group, but maybe they could have won a couple of games in the Champions League. But even then, they're still through. So
it didn't really affect too much. I know everyone says the away record in Europe isn't good, but we won the Champions League from it. Like, and our away record was pretty poor last season, so it's not as big deal as everyone's making out.
No, but I think obviously in the league as well, they've been really good. So I think for me,
I could go to Staffordshire University, and I do have another Liverpool fan who's a mate as well. And my argument was, you probably won't agree with this, Bennett, but
okay, go on.
My argument was Liverpool have done well this season, but I think the only reason they're doing so well, or people think they're doing so well, is because everyone else has been below par, let's say. You got Man City, who was storming last season, won the league last season.
I wouldn't say they stormed it. They won it by a point.
Yeah, but
us and City were the teams. We were the best teams in the league that last season. We'd match each other win for win, except for the fact that we drew a few games.
I think ultimately, yeah, I agree. Liverpool have been like the standout team, and they obviously deserve to be where they be. But I agree. I think City have obviously, even I think if City hadn't have lost a few of their games, I still don't think they'd be.
City never replaced Company for me,
problem,
and they've had injuries to Laporte injury,
and I think
it's not really helped them.
And slowly, you are starting to see with City that Pep isn't starting to get his way with the board. Like I think
it's his first big big mistake since he's been there. I mean, his first season that was a free pass because he was using players that he wanted to see who was good enough and who wasn't. Second season, and third season, he was faultless more or less in the league and domestic trophies. And then this season, it's been probably the biggest mistakes.
Still for you, I think is even though City, everyone says they've had not the best season, they're still out of all the teams in the league. I think Liverpool have done better, but I say
City more attractive to look at football-wise.
But ultimately,
personally,
we've had to defend though a lot more because that's been our problem in the last few years.
They've still got the Champions League. They've still got the Carabao Cup. They're still in the FA Cup.
Okay.
They still could win a lot of trophies. They're probably not going to win the Premier League, but it could still be a good season. And they're still second in the league as well.
The only thing is, if they don't win the Champions League, then it's...
Yeah, I think if they don't win the Champions League, Pep will leave at the end of the season.
I don't think he'll leave.
I think he's not getting his way behind the scenes.
Well, I think it's difficult because ultimately he's got a decent team.
I don't think he'd want to leave. I
don't think he'll leave.
What would be his next destination?
Well, I think the next...
Well, I know. I don't know I don't know him personally, obviously, but I have heard online that he would want to manage in Italy or an international team in the future.
Well, I think as we're talking...
The only team I could see him going back to is Barcelona, really.
I don't think going back to Barcelona.
Well, I think
no chance.
I was talking about City. I think we should... As we talk about, this could be a part of the second team where they are in the league.
Okay.
But obviously, as we're discussing them as well, I think, that's as we watch about how their seasons go. It's been a decent season, but ultimately, I think domestically, it's been a bit
poor.
Well,
but they've lost 5 games already, and that.
I say poor.
Yeah, because
I say poor, but it's just I'd say maybe not the best, but average. It's not poor because if it was poor, they'd be out maybe really struggling.
Okay.
But it's been.
Until obviously recently Leicester were second, and obviously it showed obviously the domestic form. Yeah.
Leicester have had a great season, don't get me wrong, but up to now I think they've been the most surprising pack. Well, actually, no, I'm not. Actually,
I'm not surprised by them, to be quite
honest.
honest.
I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm not surprised, but I think they've been the best team out of all the teams. What they've got, I think they've been the best.
Their team now is better than when they won the league. By absolute
miles better. Miles.
Midfield's 10 times better. The defence 10 times better. The attack's better, the same, and the goalkeeper's
Recently, last few weeks, I think teams are starting to figure out how they're playing now.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, what I found is, for me personally, I think their first team is all they've got. They don't have depth in their squad that you can swap like for like. They've got people that are subpar that probably wouldn't have
average.
For example, who would you replace Vardy with in that team?
Well, they've got Iheanacho.
Iheanacho's decent. He's all right. He's
not going to score 20
goals. He's not a goal scorer. Off the bench, he could maybe do a job, but he's not. He wouldn't be someone to replace Vardy when he's injured.
I still maintain Leicester will get top 4.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
But I think the second half of the season will be a bit more difficult for them.
Yeah.
But I still think they'll get top 4.
Well, do they need to sign anybody at the moment? Well, I know you said depth, but
I think if you look for their defence, I think you've got the goalkeeper's decent.
They really need to watch out with their defence because I think
Well,
I know that Chelsea looking at Ben Chilwell in this transfer window.
I think they could do maybe signing a centre half because although I think Soyuncu's not too bad, I think I still
looking at that.
He's got Johnny Evans as
Johnny Evans is okay.
They're looking at that centre back from Juve. From Turkey.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I know they are looking at centre backs, so maybe they are looking to boost their defence a little bit.
Fair enough. So that's so moving on to Chelsea. I think if you'd said to me at the start of the season Chelsea would be 4th, I think any Chelsea fans, I think they'd taken it.
I thought I did thought they would win the league. To be fair, Chelsea
this season.
But you what?
Yeah.
You thought they'd win the league?
Yeah.
Why?
My argument was that I think...
Is it that the teams would underestimate them? Is that what you're thinking?
Yes.
Okay,
and looking at Chelsea as a whole, it can work to your advantage in not being able to buy people in the transfer window.
Yeah, but they're lacking in a lot of positions.
But it's worked out with
the majority of the youth players have done really well for them. But then you've got...
youth players, though?
What do you mean?
You can't really call them youth players when they've been on loan for how many seasons?
They haven't made appearances for Chelsea. They're part of their youth system.
Okay.
What it is, they're lacking a defender in that area. They've got.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Rudiger's okay. Zuma's
not good enough.
Why is it Christensen
bang
playing?
average.
Not good enough.
He's not good now. He's not good enough either.
He's okay.
But
He's
he
just
was
bang
on loan
average.
in Germany.
It's bang average.
Yeah, but Germany league, although German league is a tough league, the Premier League's another level.
Oh yeah, obviously, but
Like physically and like yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I reckon as a go. I know this is a bit off top, but the Bundesliga I'd say is the second best league in the world. Because I do like a lot of the Bundesliga football.
Yeah.
I think it's really
I
good.
agree with that.
I'd say it's on par.
In terms of quality.
Quality-wise, it's on par with the Premier League.
But if
like,
you take,
It's open as well.
but teams
It's all
like
open league.
say if you take out the teams out of the Bundesliga, you've got obviously to take exception of Bayern, Dortmund, Leipzig, Leverkusen, Gladbach.
Mönchengladbach.
I think a few of the other teams, you put them in the Premier League, I think they'd struggle to. I think they'd stay up, but they wouldn't achieve.
They wouldn't have the money. It was like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
The Premier League money's on a different level, isn't it?
But I do like the Bundesliga. It is a good league.
Mm.
But going back to what we were saying about Chelsea, I think it's been a good season for them because
I think they need to win the trophy.
I mean, I've been impressed with Abraham this season. He's been.
You think?
I think he's been really good.
yeah, he has been good. Ethan.
He's solid.
I don't know.
At first I thought he'd struggle because like he had that brief spell at Swansea when they're in the Premier League, and he didn't really do anything there. And obviously he's been like he's obviously learnt a bit about the striking role. And he's come back and he's been really good.
I just don't think they've replaced Hazard at the end of the day.
They couldn't do with the fact that they've done the ban.
Yeah,
but
ban. It's 17th of January. They haven't got
do you know they might still be looking?
They can't. Can they sign players now?
You give them time.
Oh yeah, no, the press ban's been lifted now.
Yeah,
but
you got to give them time.
Time, like 17 days. Well, they'll have a chance of getting it lifted.
Well,
I'd be negotiating with players saying, okay.
Well, there's rumours that they're after Sancho.
They're not going to get
I would
Sancho.
hate it if Sancho signed for Chelsea.
He wouldn't go to Chelsea.
What do you mean?
You think?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't go to Chelsea.
What do you think he would go to?
Either City or United.
I don't think
it's United.
What?
Nah.
I'm City. I don't think he'll touch City with a golden ball.
George, just because Manchester United aren't doing very well, you've got to think of
people
the
want to
club.
sign for United.
You've got to think of the club.
Sorry.
It's still a big.
Unless they spend a load of money like they have been the last few years, then they're not going to get. He wouldn't go.
Well, I've got a feeling he'll go Liverpool. To be quite honest,
You think?
I honestly think
it's Chelsea personally.
I honestly think that
London.
they'll get rid of Salah. I think they'll cash in on Salah.
What, this season?
Yeah, in the summer.
I
think they'll cash in on Salah. Like, how old's Salah now?
Is he like 27?
I think they'll cash in on Salah.
They'll cash in on Salah.
I think now you could probably get 80 to 90 mil for Salah, and then Sancho costs, let's say, 104.
More than that.
104. You think more? 140?
Don't want a fortune.
He's a young English player.
150 at least.
Okay, 10 mil more. Okay.
Which still, it's a lot. It'd be a lot because he's a young English player, and you get a lot of those that sort of quality anymore, do you?
That's my honest. I think they're cashing in one of their front three.
But anyway, we'll go back to.
I said Chelsea done alright.
Go back to Chelsea. Chelsea in the Champions League. They seem to be doing alright.
I forget they're in the Champions League.
I think they'll be in the. I think they'll get in the top four personally. I think they'll finish fourth.
I don't think they will. You know,
the top four that we've got now, I'd say,
is done.
Liverpool, Man City, Leicester, and Chelsea. That's the top four.
So
honestly,
to,
nah. Well, it obviously links into what I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about Man United next, but
who the fuck am I?
okay, whatever.
Go on.
But honestly, we're linked with. I know we're linked with Bruno Fernandes.
Hang on, you look for your season. Don't just go to signing. You look at your season.
Yeah.
How has your season been so far? Go on.
Okay, well. For me,
yeah, go on.
I know obviously sound like one of those Man United fans.
One of the positive ones, yeah.
I think this season's been a decent season.
I'll tell you something. I saw something on the other day, and it was a post, and exactly what I agree with. You've got to think. Well, I think a lot of fans expect United now. They're saying, they should be winning the league, and I agree. They should be doing better.
Who says that?
There's a lot of fans. I think a lot of fans are used to us. Sorry, are used to us winning the league.
There we go.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
not winning it. Sorry. And I think it's took a while for some fans. I think even for me, exactly. Even for me as well, that accepting that teams like Liverpool and Man City are miles ahead of us.
The main rivals as well. So it's
I think what we need to do is lower expectations.
Yeah, definitely.
I think to ourselves, right? Okay, this is now what we're at. But we're on a building block. There's no point sacking managers.
Yeah.
Doesn't do any good. And I think, to be fair to him, to be 5th in the league with the team he's got.
Oh God, yeah.
Because Manchester United is a team which is there's a few bad players on the team, but like Jones, I don't really. I know Young's gone as well, but there's a few others.
Gone, yeah.
But I think the rest of them really are like decent players, are average players with a sprinkles of quality.
Yeah,
that's what Man United is.
Was it you that was talked to? No, I was talking about on my uni group chat, and to be quite honest, probably people might end up disagreeing with me here, but I do not think Ollie will be the man that's going to be lifting the Premier League trophy in a couple of years.
You shouldn't be the manager in the first place for me.
Well,
hang on.
Wait. But
he's riding off the coattails of when you had that mad run when he was the caretaker boss.
Yeah, okay. But
and you should have gone for Pochettino.
No,
he was unrestful. He wanted money.
This is where I disagree, because we've got our starting squad at the moment. We've got Rashford, Martial, Greenwood. We've got Brandon Williams coming in.
Yeah, he's been doing well recently.
Three of those Man United youth players.
He's been good, yeah.
The next Man United manager, I've seen online, they're going to have like a 24-year-old Marcus Rashford, a 20-year-old Mason.
How old's Rashford now?
22.
Oh, he's 22.
In the next 2 to 3 years, Rashford's probably going to be nearing to his prime. Get a Mason Greenwood probably firing goals in. He's already firing them anyway. Brandon Williams, probably the best left back in the world at that time.
Fuck, I think it's saying right now. There is a certain Andy Robertson that disagree.
The next manager is going to have all these players, and they're going to be playing in the same team. The problem we've had at the moment,
inconsistency.
Inconsistent, and we've had different managers coming in.
Right, Manchester United. What Man United need to do, and this is the last thing I'm going to say on them, apart from the thing, because ultimately we've got to get through all the team. But the team he's got, I think 5th is not too bad.
Yeah.
However,
I agree.
There's been some games really. If you look at the games they've played, Palace at home they should have won. So that's 3 points lost. So what else is there? Southampton away shouldn't have lost that. They were winning 1-0, should have won that.
I think we could have beat Liverpool when we drew against them.
You were lucky because of the Divock Origi thing. When the VAR, it stopped the game, and then it was a foul.
But anyway, United could have been maybe in 4th.
Lucky.
But anyway,
I think it's a good 4th.
No, not this season.
No.
Actually,
you need some more players. You need some more players.
I'll tell you something.
Fernandes won't
Do you know
change
what
everything.
When we play Chelsea, which is in 3 weeks' time after this game, if we're within 5 points of Chelsea and we beat them, and obviously I think with Fernandes going through as well, if he can stay fit, we can get Pogba back, McTominay, and everyone firing fit. Yeah, not until the summer.
Okay.
But if we can get everyone firing fit, we might have a chance. Might. But I'm not saying it's possible. And obviously then you've got Europa League as well, which I think we should focus on. But I think we should focus on that.
You need to win something this season, otherwise you're going to...
Overall, as a United this season, I'd say it's been an average season.
Yeah, I agree.
So who's next? Who's sixth?
Sheffield United.
God.
That's mental.
I think
the team they've got, Sheffield United, you wouldn't
I'll
think
say League One quality.
It's
like remember when Bournemouth first came up and they had the championship team from that, and
that's same field.
It's the exact same thing.
Do you know what it actually is? This team, any team really, right, that comes in, any pro team, do you know what it is? It's momentum and confidence from people.
Yeah,
but you could say the same for Villa and Norwich, but they're
what they've done is.
But I think Dean Anderson makes a massive.
He's been really good. He could be England future number 1.
And you could argue he could be starting for Man United. You could
over
argue.
the hype.
Not at the moment.
Anyway,
I think
not at the moment.
So you got a Champions League level quality goalkeeper starting in goal for you.
It still needs time to develop.
Obviously, but you've got a Champions League level quality goalkeeper.
I'll still keep it at Sheffield United for another season, and then maybe bring.
I think you'll really.
But anyway, the rest of the team of the system that Chris Wilder plays. It's good for the level of players that he's got. Like the defence is solid. Was it Jack O'Connell? Was it John Egan? And
I'll tell you something. You say it's solid, right? But I think
it's good.
It's not a bad defence. It's not a bad defence. However, when we played them, Manchester United played them, when we were losing 2-0, we destroyed them.
Yeah.
Tell me, if more teams went...
But they can't do it to every team, can
I know,
they?
But the thing is, teams, right, they need to start... For me, I know it's difficult, but they need to go more... If more teams attack Sheffield United, they'll beat them.
I remember when Liverpool played them, like... We found it hard to break. I mean, the only way we found it hard to break down, and the only way we scored was from a mistake from Henderson, which is like his only really proper mistake, really,
and I think,
that you've seen this season from him.
To be quite honest, looking at Sheffield United, I think they'll have the same issue that Watford had this season. Like Watford last season did brilliant. I look at Sheffield United now.
They won't get European football.
What?
No.
But if they stay sick, they'll get European football.
It depends if the cup wins.
Okay, they could get European football.
They could. If
is that European football quality their squad?
No.
No way.
If Sheffield United get European football next season and they don't sign players, they'll be relegated.
The players that they've got currently, wouldn't help them with European football. I mean, they've got Lies Move set up front, who's done okay. Like,
he's been good for them, to be fair.
Yeah, the fans like him, but he's not Europa League quality.
As an overall review, Premier League, they've took to it really well. Fair play to Chris Wilder's definitely been one of the best managers.
I think Wilder could be manager of the year.
I think he should be.
Him or Klopp.
Klopp will obviously get it, but
or Klopp. Well, hang on. If you go back to us, we haven't lost a game yet. If he goes unbeaten, Klopp should win it.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I think
it'd be either him or Wilder. Put it like that.
Yeah.
But as an overall review for Sheffield United, I think it's been a very good season for them. So who's next? Wolves.
Well, we're from the local area, Wolverhampton,
but we don't support them.
No, and I know a lot of Wolves fans, and Wolves. Well, we know a couple of people, but I think they're happy with.
I used to work there, didn't I?
They're happy with where they are, but I think that the depth is the squad depth's holding them back. They've got like they sold Catrone this week or last week?
Last week.
They sold him last week, and the bench against United during the week in the FA Cup, it was full of. When Patricio, they had Bennett, they had I think they had another player, I can't remember his name, but the rest of the team was full of youth players.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you something now. That Wolves team, the starting 11 is as good as Chelsea's, Man United's.
Oh yeah, definitely. And Leicester, you could argue.
Patricio, okay, he's not as good as De Gea. The back four at Wolves, I'd probably say is as good as United's. Probably better than Chelsea's. Midfield better than United's, as good as Chelsea's.
Yeah.
And then up front is as good as Chelsea's, not as good as United's.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
They need to improve the depth though. Like they need depth in
but
midfield, defence, and they need depth in attack.
But one thing I've always said,
and
what failing, but teams like Spurs who were 8th in the league, you can't buy depth.
Yeah.
No player in this world would sign for a team being on the bench.
I agree.
I think they would. Hang on, think of them. Hang on, if they get a pay rise to sit on the bench, some players would do that.
What Wolves have got to try and do is
depends who it is though.
Look for players that it's difficult. You got what Wolves
look for loans.
They've got Raul Jimenez, but they need a striker. So you maybe get an experienced striker that can come on and play in games like the Europa League.
I think Sturridge would have been.
You would, yeah.
What Wolves need? Wolves.
I've already been doing alright in Turkey.
I do agree with the system of what Nuno does, and I think that what he does well is they look for quality players, which I think is good. But what you got to do is once you've got qualities, I suppose, then quality that can be replaced on the pitch.
They're after that. Was that Silva? Is he at Sevilla now? He's on loan from Milan. He's been linked for ages. I don't know whether they're still going in for him or not. I mean, that'd be a start anyway.
Yeah, but that's the problem though. When you've got a system like how Man City have a system, how Sheffield United have a system, how Wolves have a system.
They need to stick
you have to buy
it.
Specific players for that system.
So they need to stick to that. It works for them. They need to stick with it. So they have to buy the players for that. You won't get many backup wing backs, do you really?
No.
I think. Well, obviously we've got other things to talk about. So I'll say highlight other teams. We've got Spurs,
Port.
Well, I do feel sorry for Pochettino. I mean, I know obviously when they lost to us in the final, I think it's affected the squad quite a lot. To be fair,
I think
it's really like.
If I had to put a quick overview on Spurs from my point of view, is Pochettino. I think he's taken the club as far as he could. Although I think he was unlucky.
Definitely.
But
I think he could have had one more season.
No,
I think he took him as far as as far as he
if
could.
Spurs are Pochettino now, they'll be still in the same position.
Oh, yeah.
However,
That's because the players have just given up on him.
but they're not under Mourinho. They're not going to get anywhere.
There's the whole Eriksen thing where it's like, I want to leave, but I can't get out. The contracts of like Vertonghen and all the wire up. He's back to like he's two solid centre backs. They might want to leave. Ali's been out of form.
Not recently, hasn't recently.
Well, no, since Mourinho's come in, he's started to play a little bit more.
Dipped a little bit though.
Yeah, poor. That's it.
The signings haven't been right. Like
Harry Kane's injury.
Do you know what?
Do
you know what? You know why they're going to struggle this season now, Spurs?
Why?
Well, Kane's one, but also because Pochettino's football was passing. Was Pochettino's football?
Let's get close to the mic.
Pochettino's football was a modern style of play, you know, like Guardiola's and Klopp's interesting attacking football. What the fans wanted, and I personally, Mourinho's is not. So they've now got to adjust to it. That's going to take time. It's going to affect the season.
It's by the right players as well.
And where are they now? 8th. They're lucky if they finish above 7th this season, Spurs, unless they go on a run. But yeah, I think
they'll just scrape Europa League football.
I don't think they'll even get that. You know.
Who's after that? Arsenal. Should we talk about Arsenal?
Yeah. Well, Palace. I'll just quick mention about Palace. To be fair,
the
squad's not great, but they've done well with. They've kept Zaha, which is what they wanted. I know he's not done as well as everyone says he has, but
they've done a decent job.
They've done quite well.
I don't get why everyone's talking about Zaha. To be fair,
Cenk Tossen's not a good striker. They need to get a better one. Arsenal.
First half of the season on Emery. No.
Shocking.
Yeah,
absolutely shocking.
The thing is, he didn't have a plan of really what he wanted. I don't really know what he was trying. I mean, I can understand maybe what he's trying to, but he just didn't seem to.
He seemed to try.
He didn't have the players on board, did he?
Yeah.
He seemed to try to accommodate Nicolas Pepe in an attack that had Aubameyang, Lacazette, Ozil. Like, he can't fit them all in. How can you fit all those four players in? It's impossible.
He didn't know his best team. Tactically, he wasn't brilliant either. But
and the players as well.
Yeah, defensively they're poor.
No, but some of them didn't care.
I don't know why they signed David Luiz. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but that's the question we all want answered. Who would sign David Luiz?
Well, do you know what, honestly, do you know what really is actually quite funny? I watched him at the start of the season, David Luiz, and it was a bit comical. But actually, funny enough, the last 3 games, he's actually been all right. He has played well.
When you have a player, like you've got kids at the age of 12 who know what position they play.
David Luiz doesn't really. He wants to go up and score,
but
he wants to go up and attack.
The thing is, Arteta has actually got. Recently, I think he's actually made him play a better player. Honestly, the last few performances.
Well, it's early days with Arteta because it's his first managerial job.
Honestly, I have seen improvements from Arsenal's play.
He could do something.
I think he has to get used to no offence, full offence to Arsenal fans. Their support is with the most toxic support.
Oh God, it is. Yeah.
In the world.
Arsenal. We're showing Arsenal on TV. So toxic to the entire club.
It's toxic now, but now they've got a manager, Arteta, who they seem to like, and I think that
they've got to like him. That's all they've got now.
Yeah, I know, but I think Arteta could do well there. I honestly think he could do. I think he could do well.
It'll take time. It'll take time. To be fair.
Everton.
You've
got teams like Everton, Southampton, Newcastle.
Ancelotti's a good thing for Everton. To be fair, it's a good for Everton's level where they are at now. It's a really good managerial appointment.
Everton were top 10 this season.
They need to redo their squad, Kingy. The squad.
How many points are they on now? How many points are they on?
20. No wait, 28.
How many points? Well, they're
just beyond us, but level with us.
7 points off relegation.
Yeah, but there's only 6 points behind us.
Well, I'm saying United again.
Everton need a squad rehaul. A lot of their players are bang average. Like, Seamus Coleman's still there, and he's been there since donkey's years.
I'm going to say this now.
He's all right, but he's gone there.
I'm going to say this now. I don't think Ancelotti has the same pull as he had before, you know. I think he's past it. To be quite honest.
Yeah, but I think
we should have retired ages ago.
Yeah, I agree. But he's a very good manager.
He wants one more run, doesn't he, to finish off his career in style?
With Everton.
But
if he does well with Everton, then that's what he'll have. That's the end he'll have.
But with Everton, I think it's been poor, but it could get better. But if we do a quick review of I think with the last few teams, Southampton recently picked up good form.
Ings has been brilliant. Ings should be in the Euro squad.
Very good. Newcastle.
That's a different episode to talk about, obviously, but
Yeah.
I think you should. It's
That'll be future
early
episode
call.
talk
Early
about,
call.
Euro squad for next.
Maybe next week.
Next time,
Next time.
Next time we do one.
Newcastle, Steve is doing well. That's not too bad.
Surprisingly, sacking Rafa Benitez was
The best thing they did.
No, it was stupid. Rafa Benitez.
I think Steve Bruce has done a better job than Rafa Benitez.
Because he's been given money to spend.
Exactly.
If Rafa was given more money to spend than that, I'll tell you what, they'd be higher than where they are now.
Okay.
Joel Linton for 40 million. Oh yeah, great signing.
Let's just
Brighton solid under Graham Potter.
Yeah, actually, I like the style of football. I think they're going.
Chris Hughton was quite defensive, wasn't he?
But you're starting to look now. I think anyone from Newcastle could get relegated this season.
Burnley are in trouble. Burnley are in trouble.
Burnley
are in trouble.
Watford will be fine, I think.
For me, I'm going to say this now.
West Ham, unless they...
West Ham will be alright.
I'm going to say this now.
Villa will struggle. Unless the
Norwich will go down. Villa will go down.
Bournemouth.
No.
Yep.
Bournemouth will go down.
I think Watford's going down.
I tell you, I saw a stat the other day.
Bournemouth need to sign some defenders.
I saw a stat the other day.
Statman King.
And it was on Sky Sports. Bournemouth have conceded that since they've come into the Premier League, they've conceded the most goals out of any team. They conceded over 2,000 goals.
Have they?
Yes.
Bloody hell.
No, not 2,000. No, 200. Sorry, not 2,000 goals.
Not 2,000 goals.
Not 2,000. Sorry, 200. Over 2. I've been over.
It's not relegated now.
Over 200 goals. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, over 200 goals. That's really poor.
Well, they haven't really improved it, other than Nathan Ake and a couple of other players. It's been the same. It's been about the same. The defence it's been the same since they've started the Premier League. To be fair,
yeah,
needs to get some defence in.
I think that will conclude our mid-season review then for main of it. I think we could go on to next.
Okay, what I'll do how we're gonna probably do this. I've got a list of games for the weekend.
You got a quick prediction.
I shall quick fire between you two.
And we can get the last little bit done.
Yeah, then we've got
one more topic. Once that's all done.
Then we talk about the joint Man United team and Liverpool team
for the upcoming weekend fixture.
I think we should do just a quick 5 predictions and then do the Liverpool Man United team. I think that could be it just for this week, and then just see maybe talk about what we do next week.
We're at the team of the decade.
Nah.
We can leave it for another.
We can do that next week.
Yeah.
So Watford versus Spurs. Ethan's predictions.
Oh, honestly, I think 1-1.
I agree with that. 1-1.
2-0 Watford.
Really? Honestly?
Yeah. Honestly, because they're just
they have really improved last few weeks.
Spurs have got at the moment just
Watford or Spurs?
Watford.
Oh yeah,
Watford.
Troy Deeney's been on fire.
Yeah, I know.
Man City Palace. Ethan.
3-0.
I think 3-1 to City.
4-1 City.
Jeez.
Bloody hell. Arsenal, Sheffield. I don't know.
That's honestly, Arsenal, Sheffield United. 2-0.
Sheffield United.
Yeah, 2-0 Sheffield United, definitely.
For me, it's hard because Arsenal. I don't know. I'd say I'll stick my neck out and I'll go 2-0 Sheffield United as well.
Okay.
1-0 Arsenal.
What?
You think Arsenal will beat Sheffield?
I think Arsenal. No, honestly, I think the better team are Sheffield United.
No, Arsenal beat them 1-0.
Wow.
They're more organised. Though. They've got the organisation. I know that Arsenal's attack's better than.
It's either a draw or win 2-0 Sheffield.
I think it'd be 1-0. I think it'd be a close game. I think Sheffield United will. I mean, they could still do it, but I think Arsenal will just nick it.
Then you've got the two bottom clubs. That's a massive game.
6-pointer. Norwich lose this one, they're relegated. But Ethan,
if Bournemouth lose, though, what happens?
They can still recover, but Bournemouth.
Yeah, Norwich are dead and buried.
If they win this tonight, if
gone.
Norwich win 2 games in a row, they're back in it.
They're gone.
They are. But what do you think your predictions?
You think Norwich have got a chance?
If they beat Bournemouth, they're
on 14 points,
Kingy. Their like little run was at the start of the season when they beat City. That's the high point.
If Norwich won the next 2 games, the 20 points, close the gap.
Nah, there's no chance.
They could.
Bournemouth to win 1-0. They'll scrape. They'll get Callum Wilson.
I could that'd be a 0-0 draw. To be fair.
Norwich 2-1.
Norwich 2. Okay.
I think that'll be the last game on Match of the Day.
0-0.
Yeah. Nothing happened.
It will.
And it's the game that everyone skips.
So Norwich 2-1.
Oh dear. I've just seen a Twitter report there.
What's happened?
Manchester United's... Move your hand.
What was
You're
that?
closing it for him, look.
What was that? They're not signing him.
It's a problem.
I've actually read that, and it's not a problem.
What do you mean?
It's just that like the 14 mil apart in the valuation.
But anyway, going back to the won't sign him.
Huh?
You think they'll sign him?
I think it's done. It is done.
14 mil apart though.
No, it's done.
Oh, it's
okay.
mystery. United have to get Ashley Young back.
Okay, so basically, Chelsea versus Newcastle then.
Yeah, Chelsea win that.
Yeah,
I hope
Chelsea.
they don't, obviously, because then we're obviously
No,
close to them.
actually, no. I think draw.
You think a draw? I think 2-1 Chelsea.
Actually, 2-2 Chelsea Newcastle.
Okay.
2-0 Chelsea.
And Southampton Wolves.
Oh, that's tight because Southampton are on good form at the moment. They've got back up.
Sorry, obviously we're all from Wolverhampton, but I think Southampton win that game. You know.
Yeah, I think that'll be a draw as well. Actually, though,
Wolves
for
2-1.
me personally,
Wolves will win 2-1, and the reason why I say Saints' home form is very poor.
Who?
Saints' home form is very poor.
Okay.
One of the worst in the league, and it is. So I think Wolves will beat them 2-1.
I know what you mean. I remember when they beat.
Well, they're unbeaten for the last 5 games.
Doesn't matter.
They beat someone. They beat someone during Christmas, and it was like the first home win in like ages. I can't remember who it was. It might have been
Burnley, Leicester.
West Ham. I don't know.
Burnley.
Leicester will steamroll Burnley.
Yeah.
Score prediction.
3-4-0. 3-4-0.
I don't think they've got that many goals. I'd say.
Leicester.
I don't think they've got 4 goals in them.
What's your prediction?
I'm saying.
Mine.
Yeah.
I'll say
2-0.
okay. 3-0. 3-0 Leicester.
Like, no, 2-1. I
1-0.
think Burnley got a goal in them.
1-0 Leicester.
And then there's the big one.
Yeah.
Ethan.
Yes, lad.
Liverpool United.
Yep.
Come on, let's see Mr. Positivity now. Who will you? Beat
Honestly?
positively? You beat the run's finished.
No.
It's gone.
Honestly, every time you've got a game that people hype up too much, it ends up being
They've been hyped up for the last few
a
times.
0-0 or 1-0. For
They've been
me,
hyped up.
it'll be like 1-1.
It's gonna be a draw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 3-1 Liverpool.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Kingy, come on, Mr. Negativity.
As much as I want United to win,
Super Sadio.
as much as I want United to win, I'm going to go with 2-0 Liverpool. And the reason why I say that is
Not even a goal.
I think at least score.
No.
You'll score at least.
Nice agreeable hat trick.
no. If Rashford's not, I don't think if Rashford doesn't
Own
start, I don't think if Rashford doesn't start, I don't think United will
Yeah,
score.
I'll agree with that one. If Rashford doesn't
Oh
start,
yeah. I heard they're not going to risk him.
yeah, he's got a back injury.
But
Yeah,
no, I
he
think,
bit
as much as I
cup
think,
game.
as much as I want United to win, and I'm hoping, I just think Liverpool will.
Why?
will win.
I'm sorry. Why did I bring him out against Wolves?
And I was stupid. I was thinking, why would you win him 1-0? Why
They
did you bring
weren't.
the
It's
striker
0-0.
on?
He's been injured
It's
since
0-0.
the last Liverpool game of last season, and you're risking.
Oh,
him
that's your big theory, isn't it? You think he's got some mad
I know
injury
I know.
since the last Liverpool
I
United
know
game?
for certainty
Last season.
that he's been injured since last season.
But anyway, yeah. So
Shame about that.
I think that's.
Hang on, joint.
Yeah, I
team.
was on about that. I think that all the predictions. Obviously, that we should. Do you want to note them down? Maybe after the.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
can
we
sign
can.
that and we can see.
Because I could forfeit for whoever does the
No,
first.
I'm not doing that. Stupid.
We could do. I think we should. You know,
Yeah, that'd be quite good. Yeah.
What?
a forfeit. Whoever.
We'll have to think about it during the week. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh well. So I think the last topic we're going about is
Mm.
obviously the big game this week, Liverpool Man United at 4:30 at Anfield under the lights.
And it's live.
It's live. Are we watching it? What pub are we in? I don't know, but I will.
I can't wait.
Well, you
I've got
won't go to the pub with us.
I've got Sunday. I'll be watching it at
Wait.
home.
Oh, you're watching with us?
Oh, you're not going to come to the pub?
Come on, to the one
What
with
time
us.
is
Come
it?
on.
4:30.
Come on. You've never
I'm
been
not-
to the pub with us to watch a game.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
If you can take the piss out of me all the time.
Yeah, it
Would be good. Adam might be coming as well.
Isn't it?
Okay, I'll come.
Okay, well, anyway. Yes.
So, but anyway, obviously the big game this weekend. We thought. Well, I know a lot of teams have. I keep leaning back all the time. But anyway, I know a lot of different like Sky Sports and stuff like that.
Danny Mills said it
I've
best.
done-
Danny Mills said it best. The whole Liverpool team was.
I know.
Did you
I
not?
cannot say that.
It's because the.
But they've done a whole prediction joint team. So, George, your start.
I'll run through the team. I'll be quick.
Okay.
In goal, from this season alone, it has to be Alisson. I know De Gea I know in the past years De Gea's been the better keeper. Alisson's been Alisson. Can I go through the team first? Then you can make your right back Arnold, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Left back Robertson. Centre back we'll have Van Dijk. And because I'm feeling generous, we'll put Maguire.
Whatever. Okay.
I'm feeling generous today. Normally I wouldn't, but he's not a bad defender. Midfield Fabinho. We'll have Wijnaldum, and we'll have.
If you send us, I swear.
What do you mean?
Okay, carry on.
We'll get Henderson. Yeah.
Okay.
And then up front, well, it's pretty obvious. If it is just because stats are saying, they've scored more goals.
So you're
some Europa League farmers. We're going to have the front three of.
You're saying.
Firmino and Mane.
So you're saying one player out of the whole Man United
yes.
squad? Okay.
No, I agree.
We're top of the league for a reason.
You agree?
We're top of the league for a reason, Ethan. I've put Harry Maguire into me. You'd be happier.
Your team. Go on, Ethan.
This season, we're talking about.
Yeah, this season.
Yeah, not all time. Obviously different stories.
No, I mean, I thought we were talking about quality-wise.
No,
you can do it. Yeah.
It's mix of form and quality.
If you want to put quality, go on.
Form and quality.
Just for on.
Okay, this season, I would say Alisson in goal.
Yeah. Okay.
Trent right back.
Yeah.
But obviously I've got my views on Trent, but okay.
But recently in even now Trent's shown he can defend as well. But go on, we'll move on from that.
And then obviously Van Dijk. Van Dijk's best centre back in the world.
Yes.
Can't deny that. Then I'd say Maguire. Maguire would walk into Liverpool.
I wouldn't say walking because if Matip wasn't injured that often.
If Maguire was still at Leicester,
and Gomez has still got potential to Liverpool.
If Maguire was still at Leicester, would you have him? Yes or no?
At Leicester.
If he was still at Leicester and Liverpool,
I'd have him to replace Lovren. Maybe as a backup.
To replace Matip, would you? Yes or no?
For Matip. Not Matip. Lovren, yeah.
Okay. That's the most ridiculous I've ever heard.
Left back.
What do you mean? It's my opinion.
Left back, obviously, Robertson, but
Brandon Williams
current
is
form.
Be the future of
No,
England.
current form. I would say Brandon Williams. Current form.
No.
Midfield. I would say Fabinho.
Mm-hmm.
Before we got injured, McTominay.
Scott McTominay?
Yes.
My God.
Before we got injured, McTominay.
Scott McTominay.
Then I would say, why now? You know what? No. I would say Henderson. Cause I'm not going to like this season, Henderson has been okay.
He's been brilliant.
Not brilliant. It's not the best midfielder in the world, but okay.
Obviously not. He's
he'll
not
always
sort
be a
of
Sunderland
fielder.
player in my eyes, but whatever. Then
he's like Michael Carrick for you, but we'll carry on with that.
Front three, I would say Mane.
Don't.
Firmino.
Don't you dare. Fuck off. I probably should have said that. That was ridiculous. No.
How many goals I saw
it on the ESPN. It doesn't matter. They all work for each other.
You know, this is just a team.
Right.
Ridiculous. Marcus Rashford over Mo Salah. Get lost.
Easy. Rashford's the second top goal scorer in the league.
That doesn't mean anything. Where are you in the league?
That doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.
Anyway.
Danny Ings is in that bracket as well. Where's he? He's down in the 12th. Oh yeah.
Well, that's team of the season. That's having a future podcast episode.
You just base it on it just because.
Not because they work well together. It's this season.
No, they're better. I genuinely think they're better.
You think Salah's performed better than Rashford?
Overall,
in what sense?
Overall, whole season.
Has he had more shots than Rashford?
No. Hang on. Hang on. He's been injured as well, and he's still been as good as he has been.
So has Rashford.
Not as long as Salah.
Yeah, he's been injured. Yeah, he's been injured then.
You got ankle injury against Leicester, and he wasn't up to full standard.
Current form.
Still played.
Rashford's better than Salah then if he's been injured.
Yeah, but it's still impressive the way that while he's been injured,
okay,
he's not been on full form.
Okay, Paul Pogba's better than Henderson.
Yeah.
He's barely played. How many games has he played this season?
Doesn't matter.
How many games has he played this season?
It doesn't matter.
How many games has he played this season?
Exactly.
Doesn't matter. He's still a better player than him.
Rashford's played more games than Salah there.
I'll do my team. I'll do my team. I'm going to base this on quality. So if any of these players are on top form, this is our basis. De Gea.
What are you on about?
De Gea.
You haven't listened, have you?
Carry on.
You haven't listened. Ethan's listened. I said you
quality.
base it if every single player was on their top
yeah.
form. Not now. If I had to pick a current form, Alisson all day, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm on about if they're on their top form of a player. So top form of a player, De Gea.
Okay.
Right back, yeah, Trent.
I'd say Wan-Bissaka top form. But
Get lost,
no,
Ethan.
no.
My God.
Don't get me wrong. I like Wan-Bissaka, but Trent's on his
Trent's
form,
better.
on his day, would be better.
For me, I think
top
if
5,
you're looking 10
Trent
years
is top
time,
5 in the world.
Oh, hang on.
in 10 years time, Trent will probably be one of the best central midfielders in the world.
I've heard that. Yeah. That's why they're bringing Nico Williams.
I haven't finished my team.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
Who's the interrupting king?
Jeez.
Sorry.
So Trent at right back, Maguire centre half because he's better than Matip.
Yeah.
He is better. I'm sorry, he is better than Matip. Matip has made so many errors.
Okay.
Yes, I admit this season. Yes, I admit when he's played. Yes, he's done
Because they
well.
look good as a team. Yeah, obviously we're going to think he's top of the league, but if you're looking on individual quality, Maguire's better than
Van Dijk. Because yes, he's the best centre half in the world. Andrew Robertson, yes, very good
Best
player.
left back in the world.
No.
Yes. Who else? Who's better? Who's better? Tell me who's better. He's struggling. He's struggling. We'll move on. Come on, move on.
I hate to say it, but
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Move on.
I was trying to think. I was going to say Alex Telles.
Alex Telles.
he needs to move.
Yeah.
If it was like a Real Madrid,
Actually, no. What man about Alex Telles? No, Marcelo.
nah, he's declined.
He's past it now. He's not. He's old.
Maybe
Man.
back.
Old
So
man.
I'm talking a bit rubbish shit. Anyway,
I'm saying.
right, free midfield. Well, if you've got Fabinho, I agree.
Yeah.
On his top form, Pogba on his top form,
Okay. Yeah.
and Wijnaldum. Because Wijnaldum, honestly, I think he's a fantastic player. I really like Gini
So because
Wijnaldum.
you got him on FIFA and he scores.
Doesn't matter.
loads of goals for
Honestly,
you.
he's great. Even
Ultimate
if
team.
he's a really good player. And then up front,
He's good. Yeah, he's good.
Sadio Mane on form,
Yeah.
very good.
I think he's best player in the Premier League.
Really?
Yeah.
But and if I had
I
to,
love Mane.
and now this is an interesting.
He's the best ever
If I had
front
to
three
pick,
from.
if I had to pick two players now, this as a striker, I know Firmino as a striker. Don't get me wrong, Firmino this season has been excellent, and I think he's a really good player.
I actually don't think he's been excellent. There's been times he has been poor this season.
I think he does a job.
But
Even Gary Neville said though every manager should have a Firmino in their team.
Yeah, he does because he does that.
He's
does a job.
unselfish and he still can finish as well.
Sorry,
if I had to pick top form as a striker, Rashford would get in ahead of Firmino,
But the thing is, though,
and Salah right wing.
I've always said, and I was saying this back in high school, Rashford's not a striker for me.
He's
not.
he can't
He's a
keep
winger.
playing on the, but
And doesn't he prefer to play on the wing?
Yeah, he does.
I heard that somewhere.
And you know what?
Might be on,
Do you know where Rashford played
on radio,
in youth level? He played in the wing, or actually as a number 10. He never played up front for United.
yeah.
What are you whispering
I'm
about?
not. I'm just saying. But yeah, I think that's my team. Personally,
Who's on the right
And,
wing there?
and there's on the right.
Salah. I said it. On his form, on top
Okay,
form,
yeah, top
Salah.
form, okay.
That's my team personally.
Okay.
But if I had to do a current form team, I'll just do it really quickly. Alisson, Trent, Maguire, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Wijnaldum,
It's the entire Liverpool team.
Henderson.
So it's a Liverpool team.
No, I haven't finished yet. I did say Maguire as well.
Oh, did you?
Mane, Firmino, and Rashford as a current form.
I'll agree.
But but
Besides,
that's not my point. But yeah, anyway, that's what my team
Question
is.
the Rashford decision, but it's your.
How
it's
can
your team.
you
It's your
question
team.
Marcus Rashford is a second
I know
top
he's
goal
good.
scorer?
honestly, I think Rashford can get 30 goals.
No, not this season. Not in the Premier League. Not in the Premier League.
I'm not saying he's a bad player.
Oh,
I'm not saying he's a bad player at all, but I don't see this obsession that like. I don't know. I just because he scored a lot of goals, I mean to say that.
Say what?
It could be one off.
No.
Oh yeah, it could be a one-off. I'm not saying it's, but this season
So
alone,
many strikers who've had those mad like Mo Salah last season. Like,
He scored 50.
first season.
He
He's
scored
mental.
50
He's not
goals
that
for Man
since.
United already. Over 50 goals Rashford's got. Honestly, if Rashford stays at Manchester United and he keeps going, he will break Rooney's record.
Ooh.
He's Manchester born. He loves Manchester.
I honestly
Well, they all
think
say that, don't they, Kingy? In
if
those.
anyone's going to beat Rooney's record, if they're staying for the whole career at United, I would say Greenwood's more.
You love Mason Greenwood, don't you? You love
Right, Mason Greenwood. Yeah, I think he's
nothing for young United
Mason
strikers.
Greenwood. I think has got the ability to be a fantastic, and I think he will be.
We can say that for a future.
He will be a fantastic striker, but I think Rashford. If he were to put Greenwood now, if the same as Rashford, like, say the same age, I still think Rashford would be better.
Okay.
I think if Ryan Bruce would more chance for the Liverpool team, but he couldn't break.
I'll make a statement. I think if let's say you gave 5 chances to Rashford and Greenwood.
Greenwood score 5.
I think Greenwood.
No, you love him, don't you?
I think Greenwood will score more than Rashford. I think he's a better finisher than Rashford, but Rashford is an overall better player.
Oh, yeah, obviously because he's older and he's been in the United team longer.
Rashford's a very good finisher, but he has missed some poor chances.
He's not better.
I remember when we were at the pub one time and like he kept missing these free kicks, and you were ranting about Rashford. You were remember that?
He's crying.
His free kicks this season have been excellent. But anyway, yeah. But I think that
might have been the start.
But yeah, I think that will probably be this episode wrapped up. Probably.
Yeah.
What you? Oh, okay.
So
I thought Ethan was doing this.
But what we'll obviously about next week. Obviously, we'll review the games and talk big talking points of last week's games.
Yeah. Well,
we're not doing this every week, though, are we?
We can do it next week.
No, not every week. We're not doing a podcast every single week, are we?
I aim to.
Obviously, every 3 like. No,
yeah,
we release a podcast every week.
Yeah.
We can discuss
3.
That can be discussed internally.
Yeah.
Well, no, but
the viewers don't need to
know about what the plans are. But anyway,
we need to give full clarity to the viewers.
But obviously, we can talk about the big points and obviously the results and what a thing and
maybe Man United will try and pick themselves up from the big loss.
But anyway, and obviously we can review next week's fixtures, which I think will be the FA Cup back on next week, which would be good, interesting because that's a big talking point.
Who do United have?
Watford or Tranmere.
Yeah.
But anyway,
haven't they?
But and then obviously we can maybe do a few more additions. Maybe start talking about team of the decade.
I was hoping we were going to do it today, but I think 2 of you forgot to do your teams, didn't you?
Yeah.
Someone professional.
I will think to do it next week. But Ethan, do you want to say anything else or anyone?
So yeah, to listeners that are in, I hope you like this first episode. Obviously, we've got other content coming in, and we might add in
bit of
FIFA team of the week, from other
Football
leagues.
Manager.
We've got Football Manager series coming up.
I've not started it yet. But
yeah, obviously I haven't started it yet.
No, I know you have.
And also, as well, I think it'd be. I think maybe in the coming few weeks we can actually have a look at all around the world leagues as well.
Oh yeah, as time comes, we'll have to talk
the
about
Bundesliga's back tomorrow. And
obviously, I know the Premier League's a big talking point, but obviously there are a lot of talking points, and also I think transfer speculation.
Yeah, definitely.
Players.
We've done a bit of that today, haven't we? I
think we can do a bit more maybe next week and see if anything's developed.
I think
this next week will be a big week in the transfer window.
Yeah, and deadline days.
So normally, January's not. I know. Last few seasons it's been dead. I don't know. He's a bit.
But yeah.
He's a bit. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. So I think that will probably be. But obviously, I know this week obviously it's been our first week, and we probably haven't been. Maybe a bit rough in edges, but I think obviously as we'll get a bit better, obviously, and we'll get more used to it. But I hope you enjoyed the podcast. Any last words for you guys to say?
I'm all good, mate.
Yeah, mate. It's been a great experience, and I'm looking forward to carrying on with this.
Honestly, it's been good. I've actually been today. I've been a bit recent, but honestly, I've been buzzing just to do it.
You were complaining about how hungry you were on the train.
Oh yeah, I'm hungry now. I do want to get some dinner. Yeah, but
this
I'll let
is
Ethan
benched and.
Oh, hang on. I've got socials and all that, like Twitter and.
Oh, we'll do that another way. I ain't doing that now.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. We've got 2 subscribers already.
2.
Yeah, my sister subscribed as well. Shout out to Lucy and Leah for subscribing.
Hopefully this will be on Spotify and YouTube, and we'll probably make other social media accounts as well. So
and maybe a star guest might be with guys in us, Mr. Adam Cottrell. Maybe one of the weeks. But
is that confirmed? Is it then? Is he?
Maybe it's well.
I would love to have guests on the
I'm
podcast.
having the
He's got full
I'm in the
mic.
I'm agreeing a fee with his agent right as we speak.
Oh, is it? Is the deal? So is the contracts all
anyway.
inked?
Yeah, I think we should probably.
Yeah. So
thanks very
Thank
much,
you.
guys. Thank you.
Thanks everyone for listening.